Hello, we're going to look at notes for section 2.2. If we can get it to zoom in here. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll use these question numbers as notes, and then I'll have a homework assignment for you at the bottom. If you have room on the worksheet, go ahead and just do the work on the worksheet. If you need another piece of paper, you can do it on another piece of paper. I'm going to do it on notebook paper, as you can see. So today we're going to look at, or right now we're going to look at subtraction, including decimals. This is an important thing to be able to do. And number 9 is 3.9 minus 2.7. Similar to addition, we need to make sure the decimal is lined up, and if you need to add extra digits at the end, zeros at the end, you're welcome to do that so that your decimals all line up. But, subtraction does have its challenges though, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So 9 minus 7 we can do. 9 minus 7 is 2. We bring our decimal down, and 3 minus 2 is 1. So there weren't any difficulties with number 9. Fairly straightforward subtraction. We'll see in 13 though where subtraction gets different. So I have 17.6 minus 9.3. Notice my numbers are lining up, my decimals line up. Again, this is the 10th place, so those line up. 6 minus 3 I can do. I start on this small end. But 7 minus 9 I can't, so sometimes we would say we have to borrow, but here we're just going to think of this as 17 minus 9. And 17 minus 9 is 8. So 17.6 minus 9.3 is 8.3. Go ahead and look at 17. 17, it seems to only have one number, but we're going to put a 0 behind that decimal, so it's 7.0 minus 2.4. Notice my decimals line up. I have digits in all the right places, so there's my 10th place. A digit is just a number. But here I have to borrow. 0 minus 4 we like to think of that we can't do. So instead of thinking this as 7.0, I'm going to think of it as 6.10. I borrow 1 from the 7 and bring it over. Now 10 minus 4 is 6, but instead of 7 minus 2, it's 6 minus 2, which is 4. So 7 minus 2.4 is 4.6. One way to quick check subtraction is just to add back up. So I can take my answer and add the 2.4, and I should get the 7. And sure enough, I do. Checks out. 23 started life, what we'd say horizontally, 89.71 minus 16. I prefer to write it vertically. 89.71 minus 16 point, I'm going to say 0, 0. Now we don't need to borrow because the bottom numbers are smaller. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 take away 0. 7 take away 0 is 7. 9 take away 6 is 3. 8 take away 1 is 7. So there seem like some weird numbers in there, but it didn't come out too bad. And the last one we're going to do in this set is 29. 29 is a word problem. I'll give you a moment to go ahead and read that. So an important word that we'll need to know here is taper. As a side note, if I ever go too fast, I've read these problems already once, and sometimes I jump ahead a little bit. Taper just means a narrowing. So the question is, how much does it narrow? If I wanted to draw a picture, it's not a very good picture, but the bottom would be the 3.1256. The top would be 3.1197. We want to know what the difference is, and difference is subtraction. What's the difference? So I'm going to do big number minus smaller, and it's maybe hard to tell which is the bigger, but we can see it right here in the 10ths place, or sorry, 100ths place. The bottom number in my drawing, or the 3.1256, is the bigger number. I'm going to subtract 3.1197. And my decimal lines up. I have all the right digits, 10th, 100th, 1000th, 10,000th. I don't know that I've had a 10,000th in my notes. So we're actually at the 10,000th place. 6 minus 7 I can't do. There's more on bottom, so I have to borrow. So I'm going to borrow 1 from the 5 and make that 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. So in my 10,000th place I have a 9. 4 minus 9 I can't do because the 9 is bigger, so I'm going to borrow from the 2 and call that 14. 14 minus 9 is 5. 1 minus 1, I can do that. 1 minus 1, I can do that. There's my decimal. 3 minus 3. And this is the answer. And put a label on it. We're in inches. 59 10,000ths of an inch is what we call that. We would read it as 59 10,000ths with a TH of an inch. Alright, let me do this right. So 0.0059 is 10,000ths of an inch. 59 10,000ths. Okay. Here's your homework for worksheet 2-2. You may do it on the worksheet page, or you can use another sheet of paper. By the time you're done, you should have all the problems from the notes and all the problems from the homework for me to check. Thanks.